hopefully you're not in this position, but just in case you are, this podcast is for you. The position that I'm talking about is the position of not knowing your voice. And what I mean by not knowing your voice, of course, you know how you sound. Of course, you know your story. But where and how does your story apply? Right? And what I mean by that is through serving other people. And the way that most people serve other people is through some product or some service that you provide, whether it's a nonprofit or a for-profit. There's some service that you provide. And I'm highlighting this because there's a lot of people that go into business not necessarily having or have obtained their voice. Some of us are scared to release our voice, to release the vulnerability that we might have into the struggles that we've overcome. Some of the most successful coaches and entrepreneurs that I've met, they coach and they teach other people from the lessons that they learned in their life, and they make a lot of money from doing it. And money is just one benchmark. But the ultimate check in the box is your joy, your happiness, your sense of purpose in this life. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you lost your sense of purpose? Do you feel like you're waking up every single day not knowing where you're going and not knowing where you're at, not knowing where you came from? That means that you've lost your purpose. And my agenda for the last 10 years, I'm lying, the last 40 years that I've been on this earth has been to find my purpose. And I found it. I found it because I found myself. The insecurities that I had in myself, I faced it. I ran up against it head on. And that's exactly what I want you to do. So whatever it is that you feel like has you held back, it's not there just to hold you back. It's not there just to beat you up. It's there because it's teaching you a lesson. And some of you might be getting taught, you might not be a lesson, you might be getting beat because you refuse to open your eyes and embrace the lesson for what it is. And that's the lesson of true transformation. And once you find who you are as a person, that's when you can help bring other people from where you've been to where you're trying to go. Say, for instance, me. I work with people that have a fear of public speaking, and I teach them the very basics of public speaking, the key elements that you need in order to rock a crowd, rock a meeting, rock an interview or presentation, but using your voice. Your voice. And I tell them stories about my trials, my tribulations. Okay? I give them data and research and homework that makes them turn the mirror on their self. And many of them, once they find their self, they say, now I know how to go and how to help others. So if you're feeling lost, you don't know where to turn to, I'm telling you to look from within. To look from within. I'll give you a cautious warning. Don't go out there trying to freaking, help all of these people when you have not helped yourself. Okay? So that's look inward. Look inward. If you're stuck, you don't know which way to go. You're hearing and watching all of this stuff about brand, and you listen to some of the episodes on our podcast, and we're talking about, scaling $1 million company. You're just like, I just don't know where to go. I just don't know how to go, who to go, and what to get, or what I bring. That's okay, because you're doing the hard work. And that's searching inward. That is the only point that I have for you today, is for you to search inward, for you to truly think about the things that have you held back. And if you've already tackling it and adjusting it, then you start packing up that product, start packing up that service. You start leading the people at work through some of the things that you've gone through. But search inward. If you search inward, you will no longer have that fear of despair, or that despair. You'll no longer have that fear of no purpose. I encourage you today, I encourage you always to face your fear head on. So, if you're one of our super subscribers, one of the people that I'm connected with, and I would love to connect with you, but join our page, Leaders Lead the Podcast. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can leave wherever you're listening to this podcast. You can leave it down below. You can just tell me what are some steps that you're taking so that you can face inward, so that you can find your true joy, so that you can start the process of turning your pain and your mess into your message, into the package that you are going to present to serve other people. I'll see you on Leaders Lead the Podcast next time.